Hello, everybody. I would say I'm not going to be here long, but every time I say that, then I'll be here long, so I'm not going to say that today. I just want to make a point, and I don't like typing shit. I really don't. I don't like to. I just rather say what I got to say. So I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to be out of here. That's what I'm going to do, okay? And let y'all go and enjoy y'all day. I wish people would read more, okay? I have a pet peeve, and it's stupid people. And if this is not you, stop getting upset. Don't put on a shoe and tie it up and walk around the house in it. She calling people stupid. If you stupid, you stupid. If you not stupid, then I ain't talking to you. But I want y'all to start looking in comment sections, especially on my page, right? When human beings are interacting, class is always in session. When we talking about how the human mind works, right? So I'm always looking at everybody's comments, and I'm learning, right? And reading people. And it's a lot you can tell about people if y'all just take the time, you guys, and look at what the shit people say in the comment section. So I think that this is more than me being irritated. Oh, and let me say this before I go any further. This is not my motherfucking hair. So nobody come here and talk about, I thought that was a bud on your head. Y'all leave my lying alone. It's not my hair, okay? But I have these conversations because I think it helps people to think. And so I want to help y'all to think a little better, okay? I think they're teachable moments. If you don't think you can get anything from it, then fuck you. But if you can, then take it, okay? So I put up a post, you guys, a few minutes ago. It ain't even been that long. About that I didn't come from your rib, you came from my womb, okay? And I put a whole caption on there talking about how that's not logical, right? That doesn't make any sense. And so it's very interesting to me how people will be told to believe something, right? That doesn't make any sense at all. Logically, it makes no sense. And then so you don't question it, they tell you that the thing that's making this statement, this happened, that it's a mysterious thing. And you don't question this mysterious thing. You just believe it because you should, even though it makes no sense at all. And if you don't believe it, you are considered rebellious and you will be punished. And what I meant by that is you'll go to hell. If you don't listen to God, they say you don't question God, right? Don't say if this is what God said. And who the fuck said God said it? All these books was written by fucking human beings. So how we know your ass ain't lying? I'm just saying. Everybody got this argument of what came first, the chicken or the egg. Like, where the fuck did these human beings write this shit? God told it to them? Seemed like if God told them all these revelations, he could fucking talk to you too. But that's a whole nother story, right? So the point of it is that it sounds a whole lot like slavery to me, right? I imagine on the plantation, you would be told, just be the fuck quiet. Yes. Believe some shit that don't make no sense. Even if you don't understand what's going on, just do it. Do not question it. If you question us, boy, nigga, you rebelling and you will be punished for that. So the point that I was making was the fact that this story makes no sense. And I want y'all to see how Christianity has been used as a weapon from the plantation. That's what the post was supposed to give people an insight to. And most of y'all got it. Shout out to the people who follow me. Anybody who want to unfollow me, please do. Because the people who follow me, I don't mind disagreeing. I don't mind a difference in opinion, but I do mind people who do not think before you open your mouth. That irritates the hell out of me. So I'm gonna need y'all to quit coming on my posts. Some of y'all men is in your feelings. Somebody came up there, you said, you came from my nutsack. I'm going to show y'all how stupid you is in a minute. Somebody else came up there and argued, oh, were you the Virgin Mary then? How did you get the baby? Somebody said, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I want to say to all of y'all, you are making a fucking argument that was not in the post whatsoever. We're not comparing sperm to wombs, dumbass. We are comparing a fucking rib to a womb. Y'all didn't get that? It's called context. Does anybody know what context is for people who keep jumping in there telling all your emotions? I want you to know that if y'all take a moment and watch what people say, you can tell a whole lot about them. One of the sisters on the post, is you still in here now? And I'm talking to you. If you think I'm talking to you, yes, I am talking to you. She came on there talking about, oh, well, we all believe these lies, was given these lies. We taught these lies. We continue to regurgitate it. And if any of us are guilty of that, then we all are taking part in the problem. And instead of trying to humiliate people, you should educate people. Who the fuck was being humiliated? So let me tell all of you Christians who got your panties in a bunch. Because what that says to me, sis, is you still underneath the cloak of that Christianity. Because nowhere did I humiliate any motherfucking body. See how people be in their feelings? People will tell on themselves if you just let people talk. Let people talk. And they will tell you so much about their life. Go over to people's page and learn how to study folks. If your page ain't on private, when you motherfuckers talk the most shit, y'all page is always on private. I can tell you what your insecurities are. I can tell you what your favorite food is. I can tell you who your favorite family members are. I can tell you what your hobbies probably are, whether you're a thinker or you're not, whether you're a dirty motherfucker or you're not. I can tell you a whole lot by just looking at your page. There's a whole lot of people tell on themselves if you just let them talk, right? So a lot of y'all be in your emotions. So the lady who got upset, nobody was taking a pot shot at anybody. You were offended. You were offended because you thought I said something against your God. And then the brothers got offended because some of y'all is like, oh, well, you can't have no baby without us. When the last time you spit a motherfucking bone out your nutsack? That's what you brought. So is you putting bones in bitches and this is how we getting pregnant and having babies? Do you motherfuckers read? How you gonna ever get free? How you gonna even have some sense? You know where freedom starts, right? Being free up in here. Knowing how to think for yourselves, learning how to analyze shit, not being so conditioned that you go with the crowd. If you can't fucking read, take a deep breath, comprehend, take everything that was said in before you begin to run off. All of that shit is a knee-jerk reaction. Men out there mad. Thinking I'm saying y'all don't hold no role in the equation when that has never been anything that was said. I never said that at all. You brought that into the post. So for the men who did that, tells me y'all probably got a little problem when it come to women. You seem to be one of those motherfuckers who probably want a woman to follow you so you can be the leader. You're one of those men who probably need somebody to be under your reign for you to feel like you're any kind of a man at all. Because the first thing that you did was run to the fact that you wanted to debate with me. Like, oh, well, we the one to make babies. You wouldn't be able to make a baby if it wasn't for us. So here you come with this argument of who's better, men or women. And we can take it a little further when we talk about my audience specifically. Here comes this argument of who's better, black men or black women. A black woman hurt me so bad. My mama wasn't the mama she needed to be, motherfucking ass. Get the fuck up off my post with that shit, okay? Because that's what you really telling me. And that little comment right there, I can read enough to know that you're jaded by women. Because my post didn't say any of that shit, but you ran right to trying to compare yourself and debate with women of who made what first. So if your sperm came first, does that mean you're in charge? Are you fighting black men to be in charge for the ones on my post? Because this country takes all your power from you. You have none. So the truth is, y'all like to take the time to exert your power over the only other thing that you think you can, which is black women. So you feel like somebody if you can do that. That makes you feel better. Your sperm came first, boo-boo. It's okay, okay? Now, since y'all asked that question, even though my post wasn't about that, it was comparing wombs to rib bones. It was not talking about where we are in a man and a woman creating life. That's not what we were discussing. So let me give you my opinion on that. Since some of you old defensive ass, I'm hurt, got issues, want to bring it on your post, but think don't nobody see it ass motherfuckers. Let me explain to you why you arguing me down that we probably have the same theory if you would shut the fuck up and listen to what's being said. I didn't discuss what I thought about that theory. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm going to tell you what I think about that. When it comes to a man and a woman, or when we're going to talk about in the essence of God or creation, we're going to talk about energy. So we're going to talk about femininity and masculinity, right? Feminine energy and masculine energy. That's everything that the Ankh is. Remember I told you that the cross we see today is a gay ass cross. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. That's 3 goddamn masculine energies coming together. And nothing is created by that. Nothing. There is no life in that. And when you walk around with a cross on your neck, you're really representing death because there is no life in it. Right? That's what the cross represents, death, the death of Jesus. Well, let me tell you the difference. Shout out to Mr. Let Go for that badge. Thank you. Let me tell you the difference in this when you look at the Ankh. The Ankh represents life. It doesn't represent death, but it also doesn't represent three masculine energies. It represents man, woman, and child, which is the fullness of life in God. So if we're going to compare the sperm with the womb, we both need each other. So how about that, brothers? For those of you who want to sit and argue me down over who comes first, we need each other. You don't get to dismiss me and I don't get to dismiss you, but you don't want to have that conversation. Shout out to Z-Banger. Thank you for that badge. So what about that conversation? We're equal in this equation. You're right. I cannot birth a baby. And when I say equal, what I mean is, let me take that back. We are not equal. We need each other, but we are not equal, right? You bring the seed, but I fertilize it. I make it grow. I wrap it up in flesh. I give it birth. And I also, in giving birth to it, I can sustain it with everything that is in me, and I need nothing outside of me. So see, I play a part that you can't play. And you play a part that I can't play. Sounds like we both need each other. But you're going to allow Christianity and some white people and white folks to tell you that we was birthed from your rib? So therefore, you can begin to say that we are your help meet and we were created just to help you. How about we was created to help each other? How about that's the whole task here? Instead of making it seem like men are above women, women are beneath them, or women got to be equal. We're very different in our own way. Masculinity is not femininity and femininity is not masculinity. We are definitely different. But without everything we both bring to the table in energy or even in this physical life, guess what? You create a whole lot less. I can't have no baby without you. You're right. But you can't have no baby without me. So maybe we should stop trying to argue with each other, brothers, and talking about who the fuck do what first or what came first. We are not here to bow down to you. See, that is the thing that I need you to understand. We're not here to reign over you either. But you do not get to leave women out of the equation as though we are just simply something here to be your help meet. When we talk about the essence of God, God holds masculine and feminine energy. God is all of that wrapped up in one. And we need each other to even be the fullness of God, because without it, we're just pieces of that. Do you get what I'm saying? This is how you become one and you're fruitful and you multiply. But you do not get to leave me out of the equation as though you are a God or a creator and I am not a goddess and a creator myself. Because I think we do some pretty dope shit. Like we on the borderline of life and death. We are the very thing that wraps the spirit up in flesh and gives you ability to be birthed into this world. So you do not get to leave that type of power out of the equation when you are the one that is planting the seed. We won't leave you out, brothers. You don't have to worry about it. We do know that white supremacy does that, but sisters don't want to leave you out. And the ones that do, they've been conditioned just like you've been conditioned to think that we are each other's enemies, but we're not. So please get off my post with all of that. My post wasn't against none of you brothers. Guess what? How about this? We need y'all. You expect that? We need you. We need you in everything that you bring. We need your masculinity. We also need you to find in the sense of not being so masculine that everybody, get out your emotions. You should all learn to have some emotions, right? So we do. We need you. We need you spiritually. We need you physically. We need you mentally. We need you to be there for us. We don't dismiss you. We want you. We love you and we need you. Is that what you brothers need to hear? Because that's the truth. Y'all thought I was going to say something different? This post was not about me going against men and women and separating, dividing us. This post was about me explaining to you in a way. Have you ever heard some shit in life and you like, I've heard that many times, but until I heard it said like that, it didn't really make a lot of sense. But now that you put it that way, I see it different. So what my goal was to express it in a way that you could see. If I could explain it to you different, that you could see that these ridiculous, illogical things that are put out there to control our mind when you use religion, which is one of the most powerful things you can ever use, is somebody's God. Our God is everything. And I just wanted to say it in a way to show you, see this stupid ass story? See how it makes no sense? See how the Bible tells you that you got to just do whatever we say? Don't question any of that. Don't say any goddamn thing. Just believe it no matter how stupid it sounds. Do not question it. If you do, you are bad. You are rebellious and you will be punished. Christianity says you're going to hell. Slave master said you getting your ass whipped tonight. I was just trying to show you the comparison about how your Bible starts to begin to sound a whole lot like white supremacy when you see that they have taken that book, they have twisted it, they have turned it, they have plagiarized it to make you powerless instead of giving you the real power that is in that book. That is the point that I was making. Okay? How your Christianity is just a whitewashed version and it works to their advantage all the time. So that was what you were supposed to get from the post, y'all. Context. I'm not debating whether men produce babies. What came first, the sperm or the womb? We need each other. How about this? If we don't get it together, there will be nothing. Because to exist, we actually need each other. So why don't you get that through your head? Nobody is dismissing you. Don't dismiss us. Maybe I should work a little harder to dismiss this white supremacy and all of this bullshit that they teach you and stop holding on to illogical shit that does not make any sense. Nobody is dismissing you, brothers. We can't. Because without you, there is no us. But how about this? Without us, there is no you either. Seems like we don't get out of this unless we work with each other. So maybe you should think about that a little more instead of trying to find defensiveness in a post and make arguments that never existed in that post in the first place. All right. With that said, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I said I wasn't going to be here long, and I really mean that. I got stuff to do. So I just wanted to clarify that because I was not finna type all of that I just said in the comment section. And y'all was irritating the fuck out of me. So I had to come and say this in the video so that y'all could see my perspective and maybe y'all stop saying dumb stuff on my post. But I doubt it. Somebody else gonna come in there and say some dumb shit. That's just people in life. But whatever. Enjoy y'all day. Continue having a good day. Shout out to everybody that's in New York or anybody being affected to by all of this rain and this flood. And my assistant is out there. So if you're in New York and shit is bad, I send all of my light and my energy. I'm sorry y'all going through that. Again, y'all need to prepare for these disasters, though. I say this stuff all of the time. So anyway, yes, I am going to use this as a moment and plug myself. See, we had the storm in New Orleans. We had the storm everywhere else. If you go to that link in my bio, you know what you're going to find? Emergency survival and food supplies and every damn thing else on top of all the food shortages and everything else that we got going on. Everybody thinks, oh, zombies ain't coming. I don't need that emergency food. Fuck some zombies. Have you ever heard of natural disasters in this bitch? They're not so natural anymore because, of course, we know that the government makes weather. So every time some real ridiculous shit come through that ain't supposed to be here, I'll be like, okay, NASA, we see you. But maybe that's a little too deep for y'all, too. So anyway, y'all might want to go click that link in the bio and go check that shit out before you be like, damn, I wish I would have got that emergency food. And you be stuck on the second floor in your house when it's a flood and don't nobody come get your black ass for 12 days. Because if anything New Orleans and Katrina taught us is that when natural disasters happen and black folks is stuck, they don't give a fuck about you. They coming to get you last, okay? All right? I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day.